Hello everybody, welcome to Scarecrow FPV, bringing you the overview video of my most recent flying plank design for, I would say short to medium range FPV. You could probably squeeze about 2 to 3 kilometers out of a airframe like this and not really have to worry too much about it doing anything too weird on you, and you'll make it on the way home. The vertical stabilizer has been removed currently because it is on a breakaway system where it is just hot glue to tape, so it breaks away easily, so that way it doesn't hurt the vertical stabilizer in a crash. But crashing does not happen very often because I have a set of landing gear that I have custom made in the bottom of the little float, I guess you could say. They're kind of like pontoon style parts of the body, and these are just 2 inches by 2 inches with a taper of 2 inches as well, and they just have 2 wheels in the front and then the rear just drags along. I could probably make it a little bit better, but I'm not noticing any noticeable damage from the rear from dragging it across the ground, so I'm not too worried about it yet. As for the video system, I'm running a AKK Ultimate 1000 VTX, which records video from the VTX itself, so I don't have to worry about static in my videos. I'm running 2 Plastic Gear 9-gram servos. I'm going to upgrade these to Metal Gear later on, and I also want to add, instead of having 1 servo on each of the Elevons, I want 2 servos on Y connectors, just for redundancy. That way there's less load on each servo. The VTX runs off of a 2-cell lithium ion polymer battery. Actually, it runs off of a LiPo, and it has just this Foxeer Lollipop RCHP4 antenna. I currently am running the Radiolink BIME D gyro, not the DB, just the D, because of my servo connections. I didn't have the servo connections for the other one, and that's all set up great. It makes it fly great, as you can see in the flight video. I'm running just a cheap knockoff camera, just a knockoff RunCam style camera, but the video is really good and the FOV is really good as well. As far as the flight time, I get about 20 minutes per flight if I'm just cruising along in FPV. If I'm flying line of sight, I probably get about 5 to 10. But that's kind of understandable because I'm a little bit more on the throttle when I'm flying line of sight, because I'm trying to fly a little bit tighter and more aerobatically. But once I climb to altitude in FPV, then start cruising, I can usually get about 20 minutes per flight if I'm very, very generous with the battery. I run 2 lithium-ion 2 cells in series to make it a 4-cell, but they're both 2000 milliamp hour. They're both the same brand, so I just run those 2. I'm going to be upgrading to a 4-cell lithium-ion pack later on. For extended flight times, I want to do a 4S, maybe 2,000-3,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion flight battery, and if I have to custom make it, that's fine. I'll custom make it. I've done a bit of battery work myself. So anyways, you guys, I think, I'm also running a 40 amp ESC and a just generic FlySky serial S-Bus receiver for my Radiolink. The 40 amp ESC is probably a little overkill for something like this, but it's good for the takeoffs, especially on ground where I have to use a little bit more throttle and a little bit more ground roll, and maybe have to put in some inputs into the Elevons to steer it, because surprisingly enough, the Elevons do steer this thing on the ground good enough. In gyro mode, I'm not sure if it steers it in manual mode, but I usually just take off in the fly-by-wire A mode. and it usually does me very good, and I never have any issues whatsoever. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching my build overview of the flying plank for FPV. I hope it brings you guys many great videos in the near future, and I hope to see you guys again. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content and if you want to see future flight videos. Thank you and have a wonderful day.